This is the land I love, where I was born and bred, and I come back to it now as a man might come back for the dead. No to escape frae life, to escape into the far, fuller and richer life the borders had when I was a lad, and he still surpassing rife. There's nae wee stretch of land on earth, nor only 100 times its size, 's gi'n birth to sicker routhous sang and prose, and great inventions likewise. No England, the United States, or the hale British Empire, even at its apogee, has haen, like Scotland at the yea time, a Burns and a Scot to croon its poetry. The glory of the borders has aye been ilka now and again down the centuries, the combustion of the placid with the intense. Certes, that hasna ceased, and downa cease. The lang lines of they bleak hillsides, like whippets streaked out in a race, may gar an ignorant incomer speer what mair can come, as frae nowhere in sic a place. But we ken it's no folk with the deepest feelings that show their emotions most obviously. Say here, the Tim Dales, nigh peopleless, his secrets hidden frae the mere ee. A miraculous song can be made out of a mouthful of empty air. The borders ken that's a miracle every now and again, fun here. The ballads of Europe are fairlies in which songs and tales frae mony lands blend, but whar, save in the border ballads, do the words tak wing and to heaven ascend? The journalism of their day, they ballads were, about local feuds and forays and all wives' tales, yet audience they soar up frae doggerel to hechts at only sheer genius scales. Wha doubts the spirit of the borders lies here may we'll ask why Yarra's dowie glen has inspired great poets in a way that most of the world's big rivers may ettle in vain. Say it still for the lanely places, no the crowded centres of mankind yet, the treasures of human engine emerge, and our inspiration is aye relit. What good can come out of wee Nazareth? Foul sneer. And all history replies. There's nae majority rule in this. Ettrick Forest or Ayr, no London the prize. The heart of mankind is naked here as naewhere else, and access skis to the hale range of human passions, joys, sorrows, triumphs, tragedies. Ye meet them at ilka turn. There's no a bend in the road that doesna disclose a glimpse of King Arthur yet, or the soon some horn of Elfland blows. Flodden, aye, and many another field where borderers lie wha fell in old wars, yet this land o' Annie Laurie and Kirkconnell's fair Helen still belongs mair to Venus than to Mars. Yet tell me gin ye can, who peerless sangs come frae wee wars then, but nane are equal for the great world wars that took far sairer toll of border men. Oh, the border scenes are one of a drama, with endless variety and sudden changes. Look at the Esk, who softly and sweetly through its pastoral valley it ranges. Look at it again, and realize who audience it roars down and spate, whirling dead sheep and torn up trees, heeds our Gaudi in its headlong gate. Aye, quick as that is the border temper, and no to middle wi' lichtly. Ane of the best of the old ballads expresses the hale thing rechtly. all the blood that's shed on earth rings through the springs of this country. Ah, what that's been since the world began, and will to the world's end be. See, all the moods of human nature are seen in ilka border, lad and lass, even as the quick cloud shadows there on the lone hillsides pass and repass. Look at the Forestry Commission's rich plantings, and tell me if it isn't true, mony a bonny tree here seems to grow less here than in heaven's ain venue. While doon in the crowded valleys still, the border folk still gang their ways in the mills and streets of the riding tunes, even as the Lindsays flew like fire in ancient days. Here, where the Romans were halted and the Angles thrown out, the bulwark of Scots independence is still as powerful and resolute. The border runs through the quick of my heart, and the hearts of all my kind. And as long as any of us is alive, we'll hae nae blurring of that line. Say, even the cold drops of dew that hang half melted in the beard of the thistle this February day, is something genial and refreshing about them. And the sun struggling egg and wan of the lift, off smoothed in grey mist, seems natheless an emblem of the good cause. It's like quality and weather affecting all thing, but aye eluding touch, sicht and soon. Naething of the earth sinks deeper new aneath the canny surface of the mind than autumn leaves drifting in a lochan. Yet, thinking of Scotland sounds like looking to real deep water, where the depth becomes sae great it seems to move and swell without the slightest ripple, yet somehow gives me an uncas sense of the sun's stability and fills me slowly with a new ardour and elasticity. It's like having hashish, huh? Nae mesclin quickens and expands the spirit as the quiet seaman borders native folk, proud of the glories they inherit and transmit. Ask yourself why on the A side of the borderline you've 6 splendid traditions, and hardly hocht on the other side, shaped by nearly the same conditions. The official frontier has whiles been changed. For the Mersey to the Humber it should be. But the hale world kens it hodds in twain, twa neighbour folk what differ utterly. And we'll made be remembered England's doon there, but as through Thomas Fund to the northeast, the borders slide into fairyland. There's nae divide twixt Scottish and magic grun. Say woe to them wad shift our landmarks. Though the border may be an imaginary line, yet it's all the mair real for that, of course, and deeper than ordnance surveys divine. The column atop Whitehorse Hill marks the way Malcolm and Leyden yoked us with the east, and Bruce and Mungo Park through Africa scored the borderline in a way time's never erased. Sign, woe to ony coming up frae the south wha dinna ken it aince when they come frae England into Scotland, though there's nought to tell the ane for t'other, gin their ain hearts are dumb. Oh, it's naething out of the common here. If a barnyard hen to heavens yet beats eagle or skylark, and sign sings there a sang that is the nightingale's bet. Here we can deny altogether The notion that values on the side of the big battalions and ken a Dovid yet wi' a slingshot can pummel ony giant's pride. Say, come wi' me, and we'll rove again to Ettrick Heath and doon Eskdale Muir, or into Liddesdale to Hermitage, where Bothwell's heart beats steve and dour. Or dour still at Ecclefechan, feel the volcanic spirit of Thomas Carlyle. Or through Sweetheart Abbey's shattered fanes, steep in eternity's licht a while. Or in Dumfries, at the Globe Inn, mind all the ardour and anguish of Robbie Burns. Or who Roger Quinn frae his lodging window by Devorgilla's brig drew eels frae Nith's currents. Yon's ane of the garden walls I climbed to fill my wame whiles wi' honey blobs. No cairn was garden I riped, providing it belonged, as it did, to ane of the knobs. And there are the hills and moors I gathered the blaeberries on, and the ploughed fields where I used to look for Peasy's eggs in the days long gone. And all the rivers, the Esk, the Ouse, the Wauchope, the Nith, I duked in and fished, girdled and girned. The heart of a loon nae better playground could ever hae wished. And the woods of the Langfall and Kernagle, where we picked the hinds and got our conkers and dung the squirrels out of the trees in the happy days when we were yonkers. Aye, and later tries to do our lassies there, and cut our initials on muckle tree boles. Cut them sae deep, they mun still be seen, no to be grown out while on time rolls. Wedadder, Teviot, Leader and Jed, Wauchope, Kirtle, hundreds mair. The names ring out like a peal of bells in Jubilee or lamentations there. Oh, dinna fear the old spirit's deep. Gang to Selkirk or Hoyk or Langham yet at common riding time. Like a tidal wave it boils up again and carries all for it. Or in the seven-a-side rugby games translated into terms of skillful rivalry, the keen combative spirit of the borderers still races and chases, as aince on Cannonbillee. Able for aught in war or peace, at work or play or in the arts, the borders bide as they've aye been, ane of human nature's favourite parts. We dinna ken what horrors, war than ony in history, we yet mun face. But seeing yon atomic lambs at Chapel Cross, mortal concern, even terrors, nae disgrace. And yet, if the worst should come to the worst, I wouldna put it past the borders to rise like a phoenix again, even frae sic a holocaust.